Every single day, Ben & Jerry's produces enough ice cream to fill more than 15 Olympic-sized pools, nearly 1 million pints. These famous flavors, enjoyed in more than 35 countries, are jam-packed with enormous chunks and swirls. Does the process of making this luscious magic ever cross your mind? Now let's get down to the delicious details. Ben & Jerry's ice cream is more than simply a frozen pleasure. It's a phenomenon that blends delicious flavors, large portions, and a dedication to social justice. Ben & Jerry's has grown from humble origins in a tiny Vermont gas station to a global business with locations in over 35 countries, serving roughly 1 million pints every day. The story starts in Merrick, New York, where Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield met in junior high in 1963. They were regarded as the slowest students in gym class, yet it did not prevent them from becoming lifelong friends. Jerry went to Oberlin College after high school with the goal of becoming a doctor, while Ben briefly attended Colgate University before dropping out to pursue ceramics. In 1977, the two reconciled and decided to launch a business together. Initially, they planned to operate a bagel restaurant in Burlington, Vermont, but when bagel-making equipment proved too expensive, they switched to ice cream, enrolling in a $5 ice cream manufacturing school at Penn State University. With their newfound skills, they converted an abandoned gas station into their first ice cream business, and in May 1978, Ben & Jerry's officially debuted. Because Ben had anosmia, a disorder that impairs his senses of taste and smell, Jerry took on the position of flavor creator. To satisfy Ben's diminished taste sensitivity, Jerry filled their ice cream with huge pieces and swirls, resulting in the stuffed style that would become a Ben & Jerry's trademark. By 1979, the store had grown so popular that they organized Free Cone Day to thank the community. Soon, they began selling their ice cream to local retailers, and within a few years, Ben & Jerry's had spread far beyond Vermont. For Ben & Jerry's, obtaining ingredients is just as crucial as developing new tastes. Each pint of Ben & Jerry's begins with a dedication to quality and integrity. Fresh milk and cream are sourced from the St. Albans Cooperative Creamery in Vermont, directly down the road from the facility, ensuring little travel and the freshest dairy. Ben & Jerry's also works with over 250 farms globally to source excellent ingredients for its flavors. Vanilla beans, for example, are purchased from small-scale farmers in Madagascar through a fair trade program, guaranteeing that these suppliers are fairly compensated. Many of their chocolate tastes use cocoa sourced from West Africa, where they promote ethical agricultural techniques. The company goes above and above to assure the quality and integrity of mix-ins, such as brownies and cookie dough. Grayston Bakery in New York bakes brownies for their chocolate fudge brownie flavor, which is committed to assisting those who face job difficulties in returning to the workforce. This implies that each brownie bite has a purpose in addition to being tasty. Knowing where the bits and swirls come from helps improve the flavor of each scoop. When the milk and cream arrive at the facility, they are put through rigorous quality checks. Technicians verify the ingredients for purity, fat content, and temperature to ensure they satisfy Ben & Jerry's standards. Following these tests, the milk and cream are kept in 6,000-gallon silos. These massive stainless steel containers keep the dairy cool and fresh, preventing spoiling while storing enough product to meet demand. Next, the milk and cream are poured into the blend tank, where they are combined with sugar and other basic ingredients. Depending on the recipe, this combination results in a sweet cream or chocolate foundation. Premium cocoa powders added to recipes containing chocolate, mixing well with the cream and sugar to make a rich, consistent chocolate foundation. Some variations may also contain egg yolks, which provide a creamy, custard-like texture to some recipes. In the blend tank, strong mixing arms churn the components into a velvety, uniform concoction. This constant churning is an important step because it guarantees that each batch is evenly blended, resulting in the smooth texture that Ben & Jerry's lovers enjoy. The mix tank procedure may take a few hours, but it is well worth the time because it serves as the foundation for each taste. After mixing, the liquid is sent to a pasteurizer, where it is rapidly heated to kill any hazardous germs. This method is necessary to ensure the product's safety while maintaining its fresh flavor and creamy smoothness. The pasteurizer employs heated steel plates to heat the mixture to around 180 degrees Celsius for a brief period of time before immediately cooling it. This flash heating and chilling process is perfect for preserving the flavor of dairy and sugar while producing a clean, bacteria-free product. After pasteurization, the mixture is transferred to a holding tank for 4 to 8 hours. This resting period helps the flavors to develop as the components fully combine. It's more than simply a break in the process. It's a critical stage in which the combination evolves from a collection of components to a creamy, balanced ice cream foundation. This stage also enables any remaining heat to dissipate, ensuring that the foundation is evenly chilled and ready for the next procedures. Following the resting step, the foundation is ready for flavor infusion, paving the way for Ben & Jerry's iconic chunks and swirls. Once the ice cream base has rested, it is ready for flavoring. The base is pumped into one of the factory's 20 high-tech flavor vats, where a variety of components are added according to the formula. Every flavor component, from genuine Madagascar vanilla extract to real banana puree or peppermint essence, is carefully picked to provide an authentic taste. These flavor vats are specifically built to properly and reliably combine the flavors, guaranteeing that each scoop of ice cream tastes identical. In addition to conventional flavors, Ben & Jerry's is always experimenting with novel combinations. Hundreds of concepts are tried each year, but just a few make it to the freezer aisle. Some flavors complement the brand's social activities, such as Empower Mint, which promotes voting rights. The taste vats provide exact control over each component, combining everything perfectly in preparation for the next stage, the freezing barrel. After adding the flavor, the liquid is transferred to the freezing barrel and churned until it reaches temperatures below freezing. This quick cooling is critical for the texture of the ice cream because it permits little ice crystals to form, giving it a smooth and creamy consistency. At this time, the mixture has thickened but remains soft, comparable to soft serve texture. This semi-solid form is suitable for blending in chunks without affecting their texture. The freezing barrel also introduces air into the mixture, contributing to the fluffy texture that makes Ben & Jerry's so appealing to consume. Balancing the amount of air is critical since too little air would make the ice cream too solid, while too much would make it airy and light, removing the rich, luxurious sensation. Once the freezing process is complete, the mixture is ready for the finishing touch, the chunks and swirls that fans like. Now it's time for what actually distinguishes Ben & Jerry's, the chunks and swirls. Whether it's brownie chunks, cookie dough, peanut butter cups, or caramel swirls, these toppings add texture and excitement to each mouthful. Workers use an equipment called a chunk feeder to add the mix-ins into the ice cream. The chunk feeder is designed to precisely distribute each add-in without crushing it, resulting in full-size chunks and swirl ribbons in each scoop. The chunk feeder is programmed with exact specifications to guarantee that each pint receives the appropriate number of pieces and swirls. This attention to detail ensures that each pint has a well-balanced flavor and texture, providing fans with the expected experience. If a recipe asks for swirls, such as fudge or caramel, a special variegator incorporates the swirls, resulting in gorgeous ribbons throughout the ice cream. By the end, each pint is the ideal combination of creamy base, chunky texture, and tasty swirls, ready for the classic Ben & Jerry's packaging. After adding the chunks and swirls, the ice cream is ready to be packed into pints. The automated filler machine is essential in this process, perfectly portioning the ice cream into pint containers. This high-speed machine can fill up to 270 pints per minute, which is a necessary rate to meet demand. As the pints pass through the filler, they are precisely portioned, ensuring that each includes the appropriate quantity of ice cream and pieces. The pints are then transferred to the litter where they are carefully sealed with lids. This sealing step is essential because it preserves freshness and avoids infection. A solid, airtight seal retains the ice cream in great condition, ready for quality control and ultimate freezing. Every pint is made with the same care and accuracy, so no matter where you open a Ben & Jerry's, you can get the same wonderful experience. Ben & Jerry's takes quality seriously. Every hour, 6 pints are removed from the production line for comprehensive examination. Quality control inspects for uniformity in the amount of ice cream, chunk distribution, and the absence of air bubbles, which can alter texture. Workers cut apart the pints to ensure that the bits are equally distributed and there are no large gaps within. The weight is also tested to verify that the pints fit Ben & Jerry's portion size guidelines. After clearing inspection, the pints enter the spiral hardener, which is a giant corkscrew-shaped conveyor system situated within an industrial freezer set to 60 degrees. The pints are carefully moved through the freezer over a 3-hour period, resulting in an even deep freeze. This constant regulated chilling protects the ice cream's texture and seals in the freshness of the mix-ins, ensuring that each scoop is as creamy and delectable as possible. Finally, it's time to package and send. Once fully frozen, the pints are bundled in groups of 8 to form a gallon for delivery. These bundles are then shrink-wrapped to keep the pints together and safe for delivery. The pints are then packed on pallets, which are precisely positioned to guarantee stability throughout transport. The factory's logistics staff ensures that every cargo is ready for distribution. The pints are put into refrigerated trucks that maintain a continuous freezing temperature, ensuring that the ice cream arrives in good shape. Ben & Jerry's has a global network of distribution hubs and delivery routes, allowing its ice cream to reach fans in the United States, Europe, and beyond. The pints are then stored in freezers, waiting for enthusiastic consumers who value Ben & Jerry's distinctive blend of flavor, quality, and social responsibility. Ben & Jerry's is dedicated to social and environmental responsibility. They collaborate with sustainable suppliers, utilize fair trade products, and seek to lessen their environmental effect by including recyclable packaging and renewable energy sources into their manufacturing facilities. Aside from their tastes, they are recognized for politically and socially conscious efforts, including as campaigning on climate change, refugee rights, and criminal justice reform. The firm also produces new lines on a regular basis, such as dog-friendly ice cream and limited edition flavors that benefit various causes. And that's how Ben & Jerry's makes each delicious pint. From finding great ingredients and designing bold flavors to freezing, packaging, and transporting them to freezers all over the world. Every scoop reflects not just delicious flavor, but also a commitment to constructive change. So, the next time you have your favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor, you can taste it a little more since you know the story behind each bite. What's your favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor? Let us know in the comments, and remember to subscribe for more stories on your favorite meals.